You've torn your ACL, the most dreaded words that an athlete wants to hear, that they don't want to hear. I'm guessing most in this room have known someone who has torn their ACL. Just in the past year, I've known 5 people that have torn their ACL. It's one of the most common sports injuries of athletes. There's a lot of people who have torn it, myself included, and it's something I know a lot about. And ACL tearing is something that affects a large amount of athletes. You're going to be hearing about what an ACL is, my personal experience, and why it's so common in people. You may be wondering what ACL even stands for. It stands for anterior cruciate ligament. This is one of the major ligaments in your knee. It holds about 90% of the stability in your knee. So when it is torn, you are not able to walk very good, and it is not good. Most of the time when someone's ACL tears, it's often not even non-contact. It's when you are twisting, cutting, stopping, or jumping quickly. Often when the patient's ACL is torn, they hear a loud pop and there's immediate swelling. There can be different degrees to this, as there's a first degree, second degree, and a third degree. First is just it's a little tear. Second is partially torn, which you need surgery for. And third is it's completely torn, which is what mine was like. Sometimes people can walk afterwards, sometimes they can't. I couldn't walk. Some people, like my friend Tate, he was able to walk afterwards and tried to practice. As I mentioned before, the ACL ligament holds 90% of your stability, and that you need surgery. The surgery lasts 1 to 2 hours, and there are a number of ways that you can repair it. You can repair it from the patella tendon, the hamstring, or from a cadaver, which is someone who has died, and you can reuse their ligament. And I'm going to be using myself as a visual aid. When I had surgery, I got mine taken out of my patella tendon, which is right here. They took the patella tendon out, and then, I don't know if you can see the little scar right here, but that is where they did most of the surgery. I have a couple little ones, but most of it was through here, so they took it out and put it in there. But, like I said, there is a lot of other ways that you can do it. So that replaces your old torn ACL. The surgery is pretty hard, but the recovery is probably the worst part of it. On average, it takes the ACL 9 to 12 months to heal properly, and sometimes people go back before it's healed and tear it again. And when most athletes want to come back from playing sports, they have to go through aggressive physical therapy to get back. Because like I said, it holds 90% of the stability, so you really want to be strong. It can happen to anyone, it really can, but it's, like I said, it's most common in people who play sports. People who volleyball, basketball, football, soccer, any sport that requires, like I said, twisting, stopping, starting a movement. It's very common in NFL players. According to NextTimePulseSports.com, just in the preseason, there were 23 ACL tears just in the preseason. So that's 23 people who are just out for the season. And according to a journal called ACL Injuries in Girls, the girls are a lot more susceptible to tears than boys. They're 6 to 8 times more likely to have that happen to them. The reason for that is the difference in our bodies. Women have a lot more quad strength than hamstring strength, and when you stop really fast, the hamstring can have, when you put so much pressure on your quad, it can put a lot of stress on your hamstring, and that can cause your ACL to burst. And also, women have more wider pelvises, and this makes the thigh bone go at a very sharp angle, and this causes more pressure to the ACL. Now that you know the background of tearing ACL, I'll tell kind of what happened to me. I was kind of talking about it before, but it's something I tore it on January 26th. I was just dribbling the ball, no one touched me, and down I went. At first, the doctors just thought that I had a tear in my MCL, and I got an MRI, which they can see what happened to the muscle a couple weeks later, and I found out that I had torn my ACL. I wasn't scheduled for surgery until March 1st due to swelling. For surgery, like I said, I had my patella tendon taken out. The surgery was not fun at all, it really wasn't. 2 weeks after surgery, I was able to start physical therapy. It was just a little movement at first, and it built up as time. I had several complications while walking, and so I had to go in for another, it wasn't a surgery, but just a procedure to get the scar tissue out. And I did physical therapy for a very long time. I just ended, which was like about 8 months I did it. And my damage was so bad that I wasn't able to play sports this year. So, but as the doctor said, I'm going to have this knee for the rest of my life, so I have to take care of it. To conclude, ACL tearing is something that affects a large amount of athletes, and it's a muscle that has a lot of stability in it, and it fits under the category that it's very painful and it's a very long surgery. So next time you hear that someone hurt their ACL, you will know what they have to go through and the science and logistics behind it. Thank you.